But one man who's not going home just yet is their head coach, James Ford. He's joined us pitchside. Thank you very much and huge congratulations. How are you and the lads feeling after that?
Obviously delighted to get the win, but more importantly, and before we start talking about the game, let's just refer to Endo here yesterday winning this Love Island. He's won one Love Island vote, and look how he's come. He's got a new blazer, cream
You're not
trousers.
liking the caramel blazer, mate? Come on.
You're pulling it off.
Dare to be different, James. Dare to be different.
That's his new strapline now. He's heading into the
100%.
Love Island villa.
100%.
If for anyone who's wondering what James Ford is talking about, head over to Premier Sports Twitter. There's a poll on there to work out which one of our pundits we are losing to the Love Island villa. I'm really sorry because you can't unsee it once you have seen it. But how are you feeling, James?
Yeah, listen, I thought it were a really gutsy win. Obviously, we're missing some key individuals, and then to lose Jack Teamby to concussion. We asked a lot of the middles out there, and there's some young boys in the outside backs. And I thought Newcastle served them up on occasions, but they'll be better for that. It's part of their development and their growth as players. And as I said, we showed enough resilience to defend our goal line and turn the momentum of the game over numerous sets. And when we got some good ball, I thought we looked pretty cutting.
Yeah, I was just going to say, we spoke pre-game, James, didn't we, about the having Manny Marsh back available for this game and the importance that he is to your attack, especially in good ball, and the cutting edge that he gives your team. How pleased were you with him on his performance?
Yeah, well,
this
obviously
evening?
he's not even been allowed to train because he's been stood down by the medical team. So he got cleared Thursday afternoon, and there were absolutely no doubt in my mind he was going to play, training or no training. He's an actual key and central performer to us, and when he doesn't play, we miss him.
Yep.
That's certainly no slight on the young fella Miles Harrison. I think he's a tremendous player for 18, and from where he started to where he is now, we're really proud of that journey. But he's a player for the future. Matty Marsh is the player for now, and when he's out there, he's a real threat.
James, you decided to take instead of taking the two, you went for the try. You scored the try. Dennis Betts went for the two. Is that your philosophy? Go for the points, or did you just back your attack?
I think you just got to go with the flow of the game, and we've not had an awful lot of good ball at that point. But when we did have it, we looked pretty threatening. So I was confident if we could get Matty Marsh some ball on the edges, and we'd cause some stress, and thankfully we did.
Well, we've got another special visitor here now, and Danny Kirmond. What's your name?
Nelly, this is Nelly.
Hi, Nelly. Are you proud of your daddy? Yeah. Oh, love that you're wearing the York City Knights colours as well on your top. Danny, how are you feeling?
Yeah, great. Obviously, it's nice to get back into winning ways. We've had a bit of a tough run over the last 4 weeks after some really good form. So we're important that we sort of got that work ethic back, and I think we did that today. Started a little bit against Featherstone, and then a tough game today, but we sort of worked our way through the tough parts of it and got the win in the end.
Danny, let's have a look at your try, and I just want you, if you don't mind, I know you're very hot and sweaty, you've had a long game, but can you just talk us through this from your point of view?
Well, there's not much to talk through really, but Tommy gets out, and he's a really smart player, Tommy. He's done great since he come in for us, and to be honest, I thought he was going to pass it to me, and I nearly put my hands on my head when he dummied it, but obviously, it's a great touch, is that, and nice to get over in front of the fans there.
Can I just add there on Tommy Inman? Obviously, he's a player I've seen play in the academy over at Warrington, in the reserve grade in Warrington, and he comes up with plays like that. And in the first couple of games he's played for us, I felt like he'd played within himself a little bit, and we've been encouraging him to get out there and show everybody what he's made of. And so I'm really pleased and proud that he was brave enough to take that play on.
Can I just question, do you see Tom Inman as a nine? I've seen him play Umi. He's the same age as my son and played down at Broads at Halifax Rugby Union, played fly half. Yep. Great kicking game, great skills. Do you see him as a nine, or do you reckon he could go to 6, 7?
Well, I've only seen him play 9, Joe, for Warrington, but he fell into the halves last week for us for a little bit against Featherstone when we had Liam Harris got pulled off with a concussion. And he looked okay, but what I felt that we've needed all season is something to complement Will Jubb. I think Will Jubb's a tremendous defensive player, and his service is outstanding, and there isn't a better bloke on the planet than Will Jubb. But on occasions we needed to contrast that with a little bit of creativity and a little bit of spark. Tommy Inman's 19, he's got a great attitude, and I'm really enjoying working with him, and hopefully he can be that spark for us.
James, so you've obviously dropped that losing streak now. Where's the goal for the rest of the year? Are you looking up?
We'll just take it a game at a time, mate. Obviously we've been through a mini playoff series, if you like, with some key personnel missing, and we came second. In them games there were some positives, in them games there were some real negatives. So we'll learn from that and try and put a bit of a run together going into the playoffs, and hopefully we can demonstrate that learning next time we come up against these teams.
And Danny, just on that, what does that win mean to you today?
Well, obviously it's a big stage. I think it's been a great weekend for the championship, for every team, and to finish that off with a win for ourselves. Our fans travelled here in good numbers, and it was just good to get back on and get that win. And when you're coming to my age, I think you respect every win a bit more, and to do it off the back of some poor form that we've been in, it kind of puts smiles back on everyone's faces. And like I said, coming to the back end, you definitely enjoy every win a little bit more.
Well, Danny, the fans are chanting your name over here, but your daughter is running off. So we don't want to go Danny Kirmond, thank you for joining us. We'll let you go and grab your daughter off the pitch. Thank you very much. Huge congratulations. Thank you, Danny. Take care. You can probably see her somewhere behind us on here. James, if you could just stay with us for a few more minutes, if that's okay. Looking ahead, how do you prepare for the upcoming games now?
As we always do, we'll have a look at that game, look at the positives, make sure the players can see the progress that they've made over the last couple of weeks. Let's not hide away from it. There was some stuff in that game that wasn't good enough, certainly for the levels we're aiming at. So we'll look at those, try and freshen up one or two blokes who. I mean, Jordy Thompson today's played almost 80 minutes, I think 77 minutes, and he's been ill all week. He hasn't been at training. He's had an upset stomach. So he's going to need looking after this week, and probably Will Jubb is. So we'll freshen them up, and then we've got to aim at performing better against Dewsbury. Dewsbury, they'll be desperate. Obviously, they need to find some wins now. So we know we'll be facing the best version of Dewsbury on Sunday.
Are you feeling optimistic for the rest of the season, James?
Just focus on Dewsbury. Obviously, that's been our mantra since 2015, since I've been here. I watched Liam Feverson last night, and what I'll say about Lee's, they're some team. And I watched Halifax, and they're some team. But we can't influence what they do. We just got to focus on us and try and get better than what we're serving up at the minute.
James Ford, huge congratulations. Thank you, as always, for joining us. We'll let you duck
My
off and go
pleasure.
and celebrate with the boys. Thank you
Cheers.
very much. Thank you.